The BW Outdoor Camera series has a number of first innovations among Xiaomi security cameras. Aside from being the first lineup of cameras on battery power and solar charging, it also has a number of new features. Take for example this BW500. It's the first camera from Xiaomi that has an onboard memory card, but it's not recording continuously. Why? Also, the battery could last up to 180 days on a single charge. How? Wait, here's more. This cannot be viewed on Xiaomi's PC Viewer app. What? Una sa lahat, mag-subscribe muna kayo sa aking channel para suportahan ito. You may also join this channel as a member to avail of exclusive perks like priority in comments reply and early access or exclusive access to some videos for members only. You can also help fund some projects here by sharing super thanks.
Wow.
So far, this camera rules on the BW series. When it comes to specs, the BW500 is better than its predecessors, the BW400 Pro Set and BW300. It's much better than the BW300 in terms of camera lens, video resolution, field of view, battery capacity, and its detection package doesn't require cloud service subscription. On the other hand, it has a little improvement over Xiaomi's first solar-powered camera BW400 Pro Set. That's in terms of field of view and waterproofing. However, the BW500 has a feature that is not available on both BW300 and BW400 Pro Set. It's the 8GB memory card built in on the BW500. In fact, this is Xiaomi's first camera to have an onboard memory card. The card, however, won't keep full recordings longer than 18 hours if it's continuously recording on 2.5K video format. The workaround which Xiaomi did to this camera is to limit recording on specific events detected by the camera rather than on always recording mode, and this can extend not only the space on the onboard memory card but also of the life of the battery. To keep the power flowing non-stop on the camera, the 5-watt solar panel charges the 10,000 mAh battery during daytime. On a single full charge, the non-detachable lithium battery can extend up to 180 days while the camera is on 10-second video recording up to 20 times a day, Xiaomi says based on its testing. Xiaomi is not specifying the solar panel efficiency of the separate panel for BW300 and BW500. On the BW400 Pro Set, the conversion rate of the built-in solar panel is 20%. With regard to adding more storage, the camera can be connected to the home base station, which has a card slot up to 256GB capacity. I'm still buying the base station and the solar panel. I'll have separate videos about it soon. Another way to expand the storage capability of the BW500 is to subscribe to the cloud service of Xiaomi. Initially, upon setup, the BW500 has a 3-month free Xiaomi Home Secure subscription. If we check manage storage in settings, there are only two options here: store on base station or on the memory card in the camera. The BW500 is not supporting NAS or network attached storage. So far, only the Mi 2K Pro and the old 360 1080p among my Xiaomi cameras that have backup recordings on my network storage. The width of this camera is enough for my hand to hold it, and its weight is substantial because of the built-in battery. The mount adds 100 grams more to make it half a kilo in total. Like in other Xiaomi cameras, the build is convincingly durable. It's made of quality ABS plastics, and its waterproofing is tough. These are the parts of the camera. You have a hole here, which is the indicator light. Then you have here two spotlights. You have the lens. Then you have here the photo sensor. Then this is the thermal sensor, and you have here a microphone. At the back, you only have the hole for the mount, and underneath is the speaker grill, and you have here the protective cover. This is for the USB port for the power charger, and you have here the power button. At the same time, this is a reset button. There's no other controls or buttons. Both sides have the name Xiaomi outdoor camera BW500, and also on the other side. You can install this camera to a ceiling or wall by attaching first the mount. You should loosen this knob here. Then you can pull out this portion here. And this base should be attached to the wall or ceiling. Then there's a screw here, screw hole I mean, for the mounting. There's a mounting sticker guide for us to help in mounting this one. After this one is attached to the wall or ceiling, then you have to tighten this one clockwise, this one. Then after that, you can install the camera by just screwing the camera to the mount screw. Until it is full. You can adjust the position of the camera. It's either this way, or if it is hanging like this, then you can just simply adjust the camera, and it is advisable to tilt about 15 degrees downwards to have a better shot, like this. Then if you think that it's too loose, then you have to is tighten this knob here. If once it is tightened, then the grip of the rod here is also tightened. Like this. Check this one. Okay, so it's tight already. So all you have to do is just adjust. Xiaomi has some recommendations on the installation. You can check it on the settings on the app. These are very useful to optimize the operation of the camera. Turning on the camera for the first time, you press this at least 3 seconds to power on. Then you can see here the status indicator is blinking orange. That means
waiting for connection.
It follows my sentence. So it's waiting for connection. Then if it's becoming blue or blinking blue, that's about to connect. Okay, so we need to set this up on the Mi Home app. Let's open the Mi Home app. Then let's see if it could be recognized immediately. Let's click plus. There was a notice and it says
waiting
here
for connection.
New device found. Okay, so that makes our job easier. Okay, so that's it. Xiaomi outdoor camera. You just tap that. Then you have to select either you have to connect this via a base station, or you directly connect the camera to your Wi-Fi network. So this is good. Okay, you are not required
waiting for connection
to buy the base station just to let the camera go online. So you have the option. Okay, so in the meantime, I don't have the base station yet, so I'll connect directly to my Wi-Fi router. Then next, you have to select the network. This is only 2.4 gigahertz. So I'll select my main 2.4 gigahertz. Then I'll enter my password.
waiting for connection.
Then next, it's connecting already. Then it asks for the QR code. The QR code is at the back of the camera.
Waiting for connection. Connect failed.
I was connected in the other way. You set Wi-Fi because it was not able to scan correctly the router or the QR code rather. Camera, which is that? Where's the MIDR camera?
Connecting. Please wait.
Okay, so it's successful. I'll put this on the front yard. Next, I'll just retain the name for in the meantime, although it's long, and I'll automatically connected the camera. I need to update the firmware of the camera to the latest version, especially when using the base station. That sounds
Upgrade succeeded.
tell you that it's already updated. It's my first time to install this type of camera. However, most of the setup and configuration details are similar to other Xiaomi cameras. I would be concentrating on new features. Once paired, the camera appears on the homepage of the Mi Home app where you have a preview of the camera, just like the rest of the Xiaomi cameras. Tap open at the upper right corner of the view screen to enter the camera. The buttons and other items on the screen are almost similar with other Xiaomi cameras, except for the battery level of the BW500 at the upper right corner. The video resolution of the current view screen is set at the highest 2.5K. There are times your connection drops and the camera advises you to reduce viewing resolution, either 720p or 480p. You may opt for auto setting for steady streaming all the time. Take note, lowering the viewing resolution doesn't mean it's also lowering the quality of the recorded videos. If you go to the gallery and check the downloaded recorded video of the camera, the details say the recording is on 2560 by 1440 pixels or Quad HD. Xiaomi calls it 2.5K, although the frame rate is only at 15 frames per second. The settings, as usual, can be accessed through the three vertical dots at the upper right corner of the screen. Here we can configure how the camera should work according to our preference. I'll be sharing my own settings. Again, to shorten our discussion, I will only feature the most important ones, especially new features. First, the camera settings. For the first time, a Xiaomi camera allows us to set the duration of the recording from 10 seconds to a maximum of 2 minutes. This is purposely done by Xiaomi since the BW500 is not recording continuously. The drawback of these short recordings, you might miss other actions in the surveillance area. There's a new feature under night vision. You can set the camera recording at nighttime in two modes, black and white night vision mode, which only record and display black and white images using the infrared sensors. The other mode is full color night vision. What is new here, Xiaomi uses the IR sensors instead as fill light to illuminate the area. And the fill light can be adjusted using the slider here from 100% down to 10%. Also, for the first time of a Xiaomi camera, we can adjust the sound volume of the speaker on the camera from 0 to 100%. Turning on the automatic sound and light alert will trigger the camera to sound off an alert and light for 30 seconds when it detects a selected alert type. And mind you, the alert never stops until 30 seconds is over. So you need to decide if you're going to use this in your surveillance area. Otherwise, it becomes annoying if activated indiscriminately. Next, home surveillance assistant settings. Turn this on, otherwise your camera is not on security mode. If this remains off, the camera cannot detect events and the sound and light alert will also not function. If you don't want to be annoyed with notifications on your phone every time the camera detects movement, you must not turn on this detection push notification switch. But again, the purpose of the security camera is defeated. The workaround is to choose what type of event notification you want to receive. Choose it here. If you want not to be notified about vehicle passing, then you can opt out with the vehicle detection. It's your choice. Detection settings. Not activating this will shut down all detection and surveillance duties of the camera. It means no notification to receive and no detections to review later because nothing was recorded. By turning on this motion detection switch, the camera can now record video when a heat source moving within the camera's detection range is detected. The heat source is captured by the thermal sensor of the camera, that big circle on the face of the BW500. It's a PIR or passive infrared sensor. And you can schedule the time when detection is only allowed, set the sensitivity setting as low, medium, or high, and set the interval between detections. Setting to longer time interval saves power on your battery. Even if you turn off the notification for vehicle, for example, but you turn on the vehicle detection here, the camera still detects the vehicle but won't notify you as you wish. Human detection can also be set to detecting someone staying for a period of time in the surveillance area, let's say for more than 6 seconds or more than 3 seconds, or upon detection. If you don't want passing person to be detected every time, you can choose the first two options. Xiaomi also introduced a new feature in this camera, custom detection area, which is actually not new since other camera brands like Tapo has this a few years ago. You can set it here on area settings, tap add sign below, and you can see a rectangle which is the area detection. Activities outside the rectangle cannot be detected by the camera. You can adjust the size and shape of the polygon to fit your needs. Save it by tapping the check mark. You can only create up to 5 detection areas. If there's detection area, there's also the opposite, the personal area protection, where a selected area is blocked for privacy. This is also not new on security cameras. Tapo cameras also have this long time ago. Here you can choose either of the two colors available for the block area. Just a reminder, in using these two features, detection area and personal protection area, what is marked is not the actual space on your place, but the screen. If we open the view screen, this is what the image looks like. However, if we move the camera sideways, the covered area also moves. When you connect the camera to a separate solar panel, you can see here the charging statistics of the panel. Speaking of power, the battery was 80% charged out of the box, and I have yet to recharge the battery since 4 days ago. This evening, at this moment, the battery level is at 68% from 70% in the morning. Last night it was 72%, so this camera consumed less power, 1 to 2% during daytime and more overnight at 2 to 3%, considering the IR field lights turn on every time the camera is awake. At a daily consumption rate of 2 to 3% of its battery life, a single charge would really last for about 3 months. To save battery, the camera turns off after using it for a while. This countdown ends in few seconds unless we tap the keep it on button to continue. There's no way we can turn off the feature. However, once you press the keep it on button, the camera stays on for a longer time, but the feature will come again. Once the camera is on sleep mode, you have to tap the screen to wake up the camera while you are on the home page of the app. The camera is not going to turn off when you're viewing here on the home page of the app, unlike when you are watching the camera on the camera page itself. The camera enters sleep mode when no human movement or changes in the environment are detected, according to Xiaomi, and it automatically wakes up to record and save a video when it detects human movement, recognize a face, or change in environment is detected. Xiaomi says this operation saves power and prevent frequent charging of the battery. But based on my testing, it misses the beginning of the action since it was still sleeping. In this video, the camera didn't catch the moment I was opening the door. It was my Tapo camera that first detected me, as you heard the voice notification in the background from my Google speakers. The camera was able to record a 9-second video when I was already within 2-meter distance. Hence, it's like human that is sleeping, it detected less. Checking surveillance here, it's really notable that detections are fewer than my other cameras. Since I am still on a 3-month free subscription to Xiaomi's cloud service, then I have detected surveillance video clips here for the last 7 days. I started using the camera on the 11th, which shows some clips, more clips the next day. Since I began testing the camera, so the first 2 days were all indoors and detected subjects, which refers to me and my pet just closer to the camera. On the 13th, more detected events were recorded while I was transferring the camera outside. But later on, detected events became lesser. Yesterday, there were only two events recorded. Today, it has yet to record any. If we check on the onboard SD card, these are the only videos left after all their videos were overwritten. Looks like the recording is not on loop. The camera just deleted all other videos and started recording again. As you can see here, only about 500 megabytes of the 8 gigabytes card were used up. Worst, for the first few days, I haven't received push notifications for all of these detections, despite I had turned on detections and push notification settings. I'm even on Xiaomi Home Secure free subscription period. And that prompted me to send feedback to Xiaomi engineers via the app, but they usually don't reply. They just fix whatever problem reported to them or ignore it without you knowing. Just today, the 16th, if we check the notices here, the notification panel, you can see here person detected at 13:22, Xiaomi outdoor camera BW500. So finally, it pushes detection notification. So it says here, person was detected. And if we open, who's that guy is, oh, it was a delivery man. It looks like detection of this camera isn't really good. It failed to detect a pet. My other camera, Tapo C225, detected the pet in these two instances at 9:26 and 9:34 in the evening. While it is low in detection, it reported on frequent motion detection within its range. The camera says frequent motion detection suggests checking device. Okay. Let's check. What is this? Okay. Maybe it detected the swinging of the leaves. Xiaomi actually discourages setting up this camera near a moving or swinging branches of trees to avoid false detections. I'll put the sensitivity on medium again. Back to medium. Let's see how it's going to be detected now. The tree obscured the camera's view of the road, hence it's yet to detect a passing vehicle. From 67% last night, the battery level now is at 65%. So overnight, it consumed 2% of its battery life. The reason for that is last night there was heavy rains, so the camera was always on, and that activity consumed more power than usual. There are only two actions the BW500 can do in an automation: either device wake up or device sleep. You can set device wake up to improve detections, like if my human motion sensor detects motion, it can wake up the camera or the BW500 so that it could record video earlier than usual. The negative side of this automation is the camera is consuming more battery life by frequent wake up and recording. Let's observe this automation if it can improve the detection function of the BW500. Looks like our automation to improve detection on the BW500 is working. Checking notification here, you can see Human motion BW500 camera wakes up 9:27. Action is completed. And if we go directly to the camera, we'll check the surveillance video. The two video clips here are not the automation, it's the usual detection of the camera. But if we go to the log on the automation for the BW500, you can see here a lot of logs stating that actions were completed, or the automation ran successfully. And this has been since we started activating the automation yesterday, October 17. You see that? Until this hour at 9:27. But there's no recordings. Simply the camera ignored the automation. Nothing has been recorded. While in a full color night vision, the image appeared lacking high dynamic range as shadows are prevalent. Setting to black and white night vision mode. Setting to black and white night vision mode looks dimmer in wide long shot. However, zooming in 6 times has a good image definition. This is similar to full color, which has also good zoom images. This is the image from the camera at 9 o'clock in the morning. Its shadows are natural because this camera has no HDR, high dynamic range, or wide dynamic range function. Although I'm not sure of that, but Xiaomi is not mentioning it on their page. I base my conclusion out of my observation. HDR or WDR, whatever, is important so that underexposed parts of the image will be enhanced, while overexposed portions will be minimized. Zooming in 6 times, the image is well defined. That's a little over 4 meters from the camera, measured diagonally. My doorbell box here is about 7 meters from the camera, and the far background, my neighbor's fence, is still clear. This is the farthest the camera could zoom. Hence, don't expect the camera could zoom into license plates of vehicles. Color quality is natural. That's the color more or less of the objects shown here. The plastic pots and the leaves. During a call, the speaker on the camera is loud enough to be heard while someone is facing it. The audio from camera to the phone is also quite good, but the recording of the conversation is, as usual, very short, and it's limited to 9 seconds.
Okay, ni? Oh, kusog na. Balik.
Kusog na.
Yep.
On Google Home, the BW500 is streaming on the app like the rest of my Xiaomi cameras. Meanwhile, on the app, only the BW500 among my Xiaomi cameras can stream on the app. We'll try the Xiaomi Outdoor BW500 on Google Nest Hub. It's connecting. It's loading. There it is. The BW500 is not on PC Viewer app. So, as of this moment, all outdoor cameras of Xiaomi cannot stream on Camera Viewer. Seriously, I don't know if you like this camera. Its new features are also its misfits. You cannot install this camera alone because it's always sleeping. Maybe I was right when I said that I need this camera in an isolated area far from the electrical outlet, but I need to pair this with a regular security camera that continuously record events or even no events to avoid missing an action. If you have your own thoughts about this BW500 and the other BW series camera, please share it in the comments section. Daghang salamat, bye.